What's up, guys? It's KB. Make sure you subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel. Click the bell icon down below so you don't miss a single video from us. And thanks for tuning in to another video from Underground Sports Philadelphia. Now let's get into it.
Philadelphia, baby, you're going to love it. Best sports fans in the world. Actually, the worst, but that's what makes them the best.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome into episode number 813 of Underground Sports Philadelphia, presented by the city of Vineland. It's your boy KB coming at you solo dolo to hopefully get your week started off on the right foot, get it started off on the left foot, and walking you down to one successful week ahead. We've got a lot to dive into from the NFL playoffs that have just been an absolute bore to me. Outside of one game, which we will definitely talk about. We will talk some Phillies, as since the last time we recorded, I not only got screwed out of posting a clip because Bichette absolutely duped the Phillies. JT Realmuto is back. We'll talk about that contract, what the Phillies pivot to next, and a whole lot more. We'll dive into the Philadelphia Flyers as they are now on a 6-game winless streak. We'll talk some Sixers as well, and whatever the hell else comes across my brain here on a late Sunday night. But before we get into everything, make sure you guys are following us on the socials at Underground PHI across the board. We're on every social platform. It really helps when you guys follow. It lets more people find us. It gets us into the algorithm when you follow us. So please follow us at Underground PHI, at Underground Sports PHI on Facebook. You can follow me on Twitter at KBIZZL311, KBIZZLE11 on Instagram and Threads, KB Underground on TikTok and YouTube, so you don't miss out on Fridge Facts, my new daily content series where I'm dropping a brand new fun fact from the comfort of my fridge every single day this year. Make sure you subscribe to the pod, Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts in audio form. Leave us a 5-star review. It goes a long way when you guys subscribe. It helps us reach new audiences, allows us to do more fun, awesome stuff with you guys when you subscribe. So please subscribe on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts in audio form, and leave those 5-star ratings and reviews. And I know I've been saying about Spotify, I'm working on the intro for Spotify for this show, but I will backdate from the start of the new year to have all of those episodes available in video form. I'm just working on the intro, which I'm hoping to have done sometime this week. It's just been a longer process than what our normal shows have been so far, and I'm going to work on new intros for all of them for Spotify and probably for YouTube as well, so that they all have their own unique flavor to them. But please follow, like, subscribe on Apple and Spotify. And of course, guys, subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel, youtube.com/@UndergroundSportsPhiladelphia. That is where you get full video episodes of this show twice a week, full video episodes of the original 6 shows on this network, clips, shorts, live streams, original video content. It's all on our YouTube channel. We're at 1,241 subscribers. We're so close to 1,300. 59 more of you. Let's get that number pumped up this week. I want to be sitting here next Sunday talking about how we are like 30 subscribers away from 1,300. Let's make that happen. YouTube.com/@UndergroundSportsPhiladelphia. Smash that like button. Click the bell icon so you don't miss a single video from us. And, of course, drop a comment down in the comment section below. And subscribe to the Underground Industries YouTube channel. That is our new network YouTube channel that we are building out, which I wish I would have had hindsight 8 years ago to build it out as a network. But you live and you learn. YouTube.com/@TheUndergroundIndustries. Please subscribe to that channel as well. We have a very fun content series coming on the horizon with everybody at this company, which I'm very excited about. So please subscribe over there. YouTube.com/@TheUndergroundIndustries. And, ladies and gentlemen, as you all know, this show is proudly presented by the City of Vineland, and the City of Vineland Municipal Calendar features city-organized, city-sponsored, and city-affiliated events that are of public interest. The calendar, which is accessible at vinelandcity.org, is a good way for residents and visitors to build awareness, remain engaged with city government, and participate in local events. You can also follow the City of Vineland on social media via their Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube pages. And through these tools, you can stay connected to the community and get important announcements about programs and services offered by the city, Vineland, New Jersey, where it's always growing season. And big thank you to Security 21 Security Systems and Paul J. Gillespie Incorporated for their continued support of this podcast.
Hello, I'm Mayor Anthony Fanucci. Vineland, New Jersey offers both a great business location and an outstanding quality of life. But don't just take my word for it, the experts agree. We're proud to be recognized as a premier food processing and logistics hub, one of New Jersey's most affordable and desirable cities, and one of the best places to retire in the country. Visit vinelandcity.org and see how our resources can work for you. Vineland, New Jersey, where it's always growing season.
Ladies and gentlemen, how we living? The NFL playoffs, we'll start there. It'll be fun, sweet, and to the point before we really get into the nitty-gritty of the Philly sports discussion. Obviously, the Philadelphia Eagles not playing this week as they were eliminated last week by that bum team, the San Francisco 49ers, who got belt to ass this weekend against their division rival. We will talk about that game. Don't you worry. But the NFL playoffs are going on right now, and I don't know. You know, I talked about it last week in the heat of the moment when the Eagles were fresh off of a loss, and I was just, like, so beside myself. I had such a difficult time just sitting down and watching the NFL after the Eagles were done, and I don't know if that just tells me I'm just an Eagles fan or if it was just such an annoying season that I needed a break from the NFL. I did end up watching some of the games. Watched majority of the Broncos-Bills. Watched the 49ers get whooped on by the Seahawks in its entirety. That was an elite hate watch. I did not watch any of the Patriots and Texans today. And then I watched Rams-Bears as well. An unfortunate anti-hate watch there. But the Bills and the Broncos beat the Bills in overtime 33-30. Josh Allen continues to not be able to get over the hump. And I don't know what it is about the national media, about local media, about everything that pertains to Josh. And let me preface this. I like Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen is a wildly talented quarterback. Just super talented, really, really awesome quarterback, and seems like a really awesome person, too. The coddling and the hand-holding and the blatant leaving out of vital information of Josh Allen's performance against the Broncos by so many people was just pathetic yesterday. Pathetic, I should say, on Saturday. Pathetic. The way that we talk about Josh Allen, I wish I could get talked about this way. Josh Allen had 2 interceptions in this game. He was sacked 3 times. And I believe he had other turnovers as well, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to remember completely. I watched most of the second half of this game. Let me see here. Josh Allen. I thought the page that I had up would have shown everything. Josh Allen against the Broncos. Did he have a fumble? Yeah, he fumbled 3 times, 2 interceptions, 5 turnovers. I knew he fumbled. And we're acting like, oh, poor Josh Allen. You got to feel for Josh Allen. Meanwhile, if Jalen Hurts would have done this, if Lamar Jackson would have done this, when C.J. Stroud ended up doing this on Sunday, it's a completely different narrative. And I'm not like a C.J. Stroud guy. I'm very of the notion Ohio State quarterbacks are not good in the NFL. But the fact that Josh Allen just continues to get his hand held, and a great point by, I think it was Al Michaels who said it. Right? No, Jim Nantz. I apologize. Jim Nantz. The next time we see Josh Allen on a football field, he will be 30 years old and he will be a father. He's not getting younger, guys. And I hate it for him. But guess what? When you have a coach who blatantly has come out and said the tush push is this dangerous thing and then proceeds to run it 8 times this postseason and then goes on this diatribe that gets put up by the official Buffalo Bills Twitter account and social media accounts about the officiating. Listen, man. You can't feel bad for them at all. This was their year, and they absolutely fumbled it away. You saw it in the post-game press conferences. Like, you had players openly crying when they're being interviewed by the media. Josh Allen was emotional, rightfully so. It is just pathetic, though, that we hold this certain conglomerate of quarterbacks, and we all know who we're talking about. It's Mahomes, it's Josh Allen, it's Joe Burrow, and Lamar Jackson to a degree, even though I feel like Lamar has fallen off the pedestal for a lot of people, and people tried to anoint Justin Herbert this year, but crickets about him this offseason. As the golden children quarterbacks of this generation. And if Jalen Hurts were to do that, social media would be in a frenzy. It's crazy the double standard that NFL media has for the golden boy quarterbacks versus everyone else. I'll never understand it. I'll never understand the media bias that some of these guys get. But to me, it's been on full display this year in particular more than ever before. And it's absolutely insane that we were just... Not we. That NFL media were just completely devoid of the fact that Josh Allen had 5 turnovers. There were very few people talking about the fact that the Bills lost in overtime by 3 and Josh Allen had 5 turnovers. You don't win in the playoffs when you turn the ball over like that. That's a kudos to the Broncos defense for just stepping up and playing the way that they have played most of the season. And I'm bummed for the Broncos because we found out after the game that Bo Nix is going to miss the rest of the season because he fractured a bone in his ankle. That sucks for Bo Nix because I've been a Bo Nix believer. There's been moments where I felt like a Bo leaver, and then there's been moments where I'm like, does he have it? I like Bo Nix. I think Bo Nix is fun. I think what he does at his position for his age right now too, like he's a fun quarterback. Is he a long-term answer? I don't know. I think there's the jury's still very much out on Bo Nix, but I'm bummed that we don't get to see him play in the AFC Championship game because I think he would have put on a show for a huge national audience. And it would have been awesome to see. So best wishes to Bo Nix on a speedy and healthy recovery. But the Broncos get it done. They advance to the AFC Championship game for the first time in a decade. Last time they were there was obviously when they won the Super Bowl with Peyton Manning. And then the other game on Saturday. Bow, 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 bow. Y'all some booty cheeks. Bang, 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 bang. You got your ass clapped. The 49ers get their cheeks clapped by the Seattle Seahawks. They were doing all that talking after beating the Eagles. You beat a Kevin Patullo-ran offense. And you did all that yapping. Yeah, Demarcus Robinson going on podcasts. Get the fuck out of here, man. You got held to one catch for 1 yard. You had Trent Williams flipping off Seahawks fans, going and poking a Seahawks player in the eye, and then being Mr. Excuse Maker in his entire post-game press conference. Oh, after we beat the defending champs on their home turf, we were playing with house money. So you don't believe in anybody on your team. Hell of a statement there by Mr. Big Bad Bully himself. And I got fucking ripped to shreds on social media for the clip I posted in a satirical way about how I said it would be beneficial for player safety if Trent Williams didn't play against the Eagles. He's such a fucking loser. He's a loser energy player, and it couldn't have happened to a worse team. That team, biggest stinky loser energy in the NFL. It is disgusting how much of losers they are. From Trent Williams to Diamador Lenore to Demarcus Robinson, Brock Purdy stinks. The water carrying, the buckets that get carried for that guy are atrocious. He was Mr. Irrelevant for a reason. I'm not saying he can't be a starter in the NFL, but to think he's some elite quarterback is disgusting and deplorable from anybody. That guy stinks anytime he plays against a good defense. Shout out to Real Mama Eagle for the tweet from the 2022 season saying now that Purdy's playing against a legit defense, he's looking a little more human. He's looking a little more pedestrian, because that's exactly the way he looked against the Seattle Seahawks. Christian McCaffrey got bundled up like he was Ralphie's brother in A Christmas Story against that Seahawks defense. Oh, we were missing George Kittle. I don't care. You were missing George Kittle most of the game last week. That's not an excuse anymore. That team, biggest stink of losers. And it all starts at the top, because Kyle Shanahan is the most overrated head coach in the NFL. He's this genius creative mind. Do we not remember he was like part of 28-3 when the Falcons couldn't score again against the New England Patriots, and they blew a 25-point lead in the Super Bowl because the offense couldn't score again? That Kyle Shanahan? The Kyle Shanahan who caught belt to ass from the Eagles in the NFC Championship game? The Kyle Shanahan who caught belt to ass from the Seattle Seahawks on Saturday night? 6 points. 6. The San Francisco 49ers scored as many points against the Seahawks defense that SpongeBob got on his boating exam. You got 6. Couldn't happen to a bigger loser franchise, loser fan base. They're all clowns. Fred Warner going on Twitter, get your rest, Philly. Hey, Fred, so much for all that rehab. You can get your rest now. Just bring the snacks to the couch, buddy. God, I loved watching it. The Seahawks were so much fun to watch. Just absolutely belt to ass. Kenneth Walker is the coolest fucking guy in the world. 19 carries, 116 yards, and 3 touchdowns. He was on fire. Rashid Shaheed kicking off the game. House call. It was beautiful. Zach Charbonnet ran the ball really well when he got his touches before he got hurt. Jackson Smith and Jigba, one of the coolest young players in the league, with a touchdown. It was beautiful, and the Seahawks defense was just clamps all game long. It was beautiful just watching. It was poetry in motion, watching the Seahawks in all 3 phases just absolutely decimate and make the 49ers look like absolute bumbling idiots after the game. Oh, we don't want to make excuses, but all you do is make excuses. Every season there's a new excuse for the 49ers. They're the biggest group of losers, biggest group of excuse makers, and them getting belt to ass to a division rival, and it's now guaranteed that one of their division rivals will be playing in Super Bowl 60 in their stadium. Mwah. Chef's fucking kiss. Rest in piss to that fucking bozo team. Oh, I loved every single second of it. They looked like absolute clowns after the game trying to justify, oh, house money this. Oh, nobody expected us to be here. Shut the fuck up. Like, you sound so dumb. Trent Williams just threw his entire team under the bus by saying all that. And it couldn't happen to a worse guy. It couldn't happen to a worse guy. He sucks, man. I was in my glory. I was like SpongeBob eating the popcorn, just watching the downfall of that fucking loser franchise. Oh, we've won 5 Super Bowls. You haven't won a Super Bowl in 3 decades. The Cowboys have a Super Bowl more recently than the 49ers. Let that sink in. Can we clock that? Clock it. The Dallas fucking Cowboys have a more recent Super Bowl title than the San Francisco 49ers. And the 49ers fans and players and whole team, they want to yap like they just won a title last year, but guess what? You didn't. The motherfucking Philadelphia Eagles did. Not you. Absolute loser franchise. I love it. I hope they never win another title again. That's how big of losers and how much they just don't deserve it. They are such absolute clowns. 41-6. Kudos to the Seahawks, man. And shout out to the Seahawks social media team. Just dime after dime after dime of beautiful posts. The boombox exploding. Bow, 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 bow. Oh, I can't believe they were still doing that boombox gimmick in 2025, 2026. Like, you lost twice doing that. It's so goddamn funny. So funny. I loved every meme. Every post from Seahawks fans, from NFL fans everywhere, talking about the 49ers. Ugh. They are just such a joke of an organization right now. Absolute clowns. Salah's going to go again and be a failed head coach somewhere else. And then he's going to come crawling. He's Kyle Shanahan's Josh McDaniels. That's exactly what Robert Saleh is. He's going to go to like the Raiders or the Cardinals or something. Flop out there because those two teams stink. And then he's going to come crawling back to Shanahan. It's so goddamn funny. It's so funny, man. Oh. And fuck Bryce Huff, man. Absolute loser. Absolute losers. I loved it. It was a peak hate watch. A peak hate watch. Bow, 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 bow. Yo, some booty cheeks. Fuck the 49ers. I hate the 49ers. That stupid ass team. Oh, I love that song. Brock Purdy looked like Jimmy Neutron friend Sheen. Oh, I love it. I love the downfall of the 49ers, man. What a classless organization. Classless. And fuck Dave Lombardi, too. What an absolute clown. You shouldn't have talked ill on fucking Eagles fans, you fucking hack. What a loser. Patriots 28, Texans 16. I had no interest in watching that game. I hate the Patriots, even though we got our lick back against Brady and them. I hate the city of Boston. You know me. Hate that area. They don't deserve happiness. I hope Pat Pitts is listening to this. They don't deserve it. They should have suffered for much longer than they have. And now they get to play against fucking Jarrett Stidham next week. So it looks like the Patriots are going back to the Super Bowl. I hope Stidham fucking dances on their graves, though. That'd be awesome. I don't have much to say about that game. C.J. Stroud was bad. Texans O-line is bad. And when they were, without their number one weapon, it was kind of over from the start. And C.J. Stroud has not been the same since Bobby Slowick left. And they tried to scapegoat him. I hope he comes to the Eagles. That'd be awesome, too. He's a name that I've added to my list. But yeah, good win for the Patriots. Fuck the city of Boston. Fuck Patriots fans. Fuck Boston fans. Super Bowl 52 forever. Nick Foles is your daddy. Nick Foles had a great tweet today as well. Let me find that because it had me cracking up. Nick Foles is the man. Dream guest on this show. Foles tweeted today that note for the Broncos and their fans. I know it has been an emotional 24 hours. I feel for Bo and the team, and I'm sending prayers for a strong recovery. A positive note going into the game versus the Patriots is that they struggle against backup quarterbacks in championship-type games. Incredible. Incredible tweet from BDN. Big Dick Nick, man. What a guy. The Rams and Bears, what a game. What a game. I reluctantly watched it, but I'm kind of glad I did watch it. Overtime, 2017. Rams win. We get bookend overtime games in the divisional round. The emergence of Caleb Williams this season has been awesome. I hope DJ is listening to this because he hates the Bears. He hates Caleb Williams. I don't care. I think Caleb Williams rules. I think he's very fun. I think he's such a raw talent, and we really saw him come into his own in a ton of games this year. The throw that he makes on 4th down, and he's backing up like 20 yards and finds Cole Kmet in the corner of the end zone to tie the game up was something you'd see in a movie. It was incredible. It was like what I used to do when I played Madden back in the day when I was like 9 years old and I was just backing up to try to heave the longest pass I possibly could. It was incredible. And then you saw Caleb throw the interception in overtime. The Rams end up kicking the field goal to win it. Hard-fought game. I think the Bears are a fascinating case in the NFL. They have a really, really talented young offense between Caleb, DeAndre Swift, Monungai, Cole Kmet, obviously Colson Loveland. You have DJ Moore, you have Adunze, you have Luther Burden. Like, you have weapons on that offense that are all relatively in the same, like, age stratosphere. It's getting that offensive line bolstered for Caleb, and it's getting that defense really, like, locked in. You know, the defense was not good, but they benefited with takeaways and turnovers this year. It's not going to be the case every year. But I do think the Bears put up one hell of a fight, but rookie head coach going up against McVay, and, you know, I think McVay is a smidge overrated at this point in his career. You know, the Rams didn't do anything special really in this game. They just had opportunistic turnovers, and you can't win a game when Caleb throws interceptions the way that he did. Had 3 interceptions in this game. And, you know, the coaching decisions that Ben Johnson made were kind of silly in hindsight. You know, there was multiple 4th down, like 4th and goal opportunities where if the Bears kick field goals, it doesn't even go to overtime potentially. And you're talking about the Bears win it in regulation, send the Rams home, and then we got Bears-Seahawks in the NFC Championship game. But the Rams fought, the Bears fought. It was a very entertaining game. That catch, even in a loss, you know, it'll probably get lost in the doldrums of history for a while, but it was one hell of a throw in the moment that Caleb was able to make. And I think Caleb's going to be very talented for a long time. I really do enjoy watching him. I just need him to become more disciplined as a passer. And that will come. That will come with him getting more experience, you know, working with Ben Johnson and working with, you know, the talented receivers that are on that team. But, you know, experience outweighed talent in this one big time. And the Rams move on. So it'll be Rams-Seahawks in the NFC Championship game, and it'll be Patriots-Broncos in the AFC Championship game. It's going to be a stinky Super Bowl, though. I'll tell you that much. I have no desire, like, at all, to watch any of these 4 teams in the Super Bowl. The Seahawks are, like, the one that is, like, very fun to watch. Outside of that, ugh, no. I can't stand the Rams. I hate the Patriots. And the Broncos without Bo Nix is such a bummer. We'll see what their defense can do to keep them in it, but I don't know. I'm very pessimistic now with the Broncos. Broncos-Seahawks Part 2 would have been fun, but if I had to guess, I think we're getting Patriots-Seahawks Volume 2. Is that what? Did they play once or twice? Let's see. Seattle, Denver was 2014. And when was New England, Seattle was 2015. So it was the 2014 season. So Seattle went to back-to-back Super Bowls and lost the second one. Okay. And then Denver got back for Super Bowl 50. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, that's what I think. I think it's going to be Patriots-Seahawks. The Seahawks defense is just so good. They're so good. And the fact that they call themselves the dark side is incredible. So kudos. My hat's off here. Right there. You already know. My hat's off goes to the Seahawks for absolutely decimating the San Francisco 49ers. Bow, 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 bow. My hat is off to the Seattle Seahawks. And, our hats off is brought to you by our awesome pals over at 47. Tip of the cap. Hats off in this case because it was just an absolute BTA. Our friends at 47 are truly the best, guys. I just put an order in because they had a sale going on, which I think by the time you guys are listening to this, it'll be over, but they had an awesome sale. 40% off 3+ sale styles that auto-applied in cart. I'm always rocking 47. You can see it right now if you're watching on YouTube and hopefully on Spotify by the time I'm able to get everything going. Even my favorite Premier League soccer team is officially licensed with 47. It's all I wear. I just got 3 incredible Eagles hats that are on the way for like $40 from our friends at 47. And I got free shipping because I'm a part of the 47 family, which you should be too. So gear up for your favorite sports team, whether it's the NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL, NASCAR, college sports, WNBA, and so much more. Use our link in the description to shop with 47 and join the 47 family. That way you get free shipping on all orders with our friends at 47. And we thank 47 for being the official headwear partner of Underground Sports Philadelphia and Underground Industries. The NFL playoffs, bumping and grinding, doing their thing. But we shift from the gridiron to the baseball diamond. When it rains, it pours in Philadelphia, ladies and gentlemen, because boy, oh boy, did we just need a little glimmer of hope with Bo Bichette. I almost said Bo Nix. With Bo Bichette to come to Philadelphia, and it felt like it was going to happen. And then all hell broke loose. Kyle Tucker goes and becomes an absolute loser and signs with the Los Angeles Dodgers on a short-term contract, 4 years, $240 million. And then the Mets swipe in and steal Bo Bichette from the Phillies, 3 years, $126 million, when the Phillies allegedly offered Bichette 7 years, $200 million. Bichette has opt-outs after year 1 and 2, so he can hit the free agent market again next year. He also has a full no-trade clause. I don't know, man. It's such a weird spot to be in because Bo Bichette, while it would have been fun, was there a realistic spot? Like, yes, you'd have to do a lot more maneuvering for the Phillies roster. Like, Alec Bohm was probably going to have to get traded. You're going to have to move Bryson Stott around maybe. You're going to have to move, players around. But Would that have all been worth it? Maybe. I also was correct. Bichette, not a great fielder last year. I hope his fielding continues to deteriorate. He's playing third base for the Mets, allegedly, a position he has never played. I hope he's the worst third baseman in baseball. I can't wait to boo this motherfucker. And quite frankly, Bichette lost all of his aura the moment he cut his hair. He had luscious long hair. He cut it, and now he's just got a fat baby face. He's got like chubby bunny mouth. He's a loser. I can't stand him. He's dead to me. Bichette. I can't wait to boo him at the first Phillies-Mets game I'm at. Because what an absolute clown. Now, can I knock him for taking the contract he took? No, but what a fucking loser. You go to the Mets, who have like the most log-jammed infield of all time. Brett Beatty, Lindor, Viento, Simeon, like disgusting infield. Disgusting team. And I can't wait to boo the ever-living piss out of Bichette. Because guess what? The Mets can sign all these hitters. They can have all these guys in the lineup. You know, Juan Soto, Lindor, Bichette. Who's going to hit after him? Beatty stinks. Simeon sucks. Starling Marte, 40-year-old Starling Marte. You lost Pete Alonso. You don't have pitching. You lost Edwin Diaz. The Mets are still not really my prerogative. I don't think they're going to be all that scary. What is scary is what the Phillies have done post Bichette news. Like, immediately after, they go and overpay JT Realmuto. Now, I'm happy JT is back because realistically, there was no better option for catcher on the market, and I don't want to be starting Rafael Marchand and Garrett Stubbs for a 162-game season. That's just crazy to even, like, want that for your team. But JT Realmuto, 3 years, $45 million, with bonuses each year that can kick the contract up to $60 million. Mind you, we are still paying deferrals on JT's last contract. So JT is making like $70 million potentially between deferrals and this new contract. JT Realmuto is 34 years old. I thought a 2-year deal would have been perfect, and then you kind of just do a 1-year deal the rest of the way. I don't know who the Phillies were bidding against. There's a report out there that the Rays had interest. Are the Rays going to spend that much money on JT Realmuto? I don't think so. When have the Rays ever been known to spend money? It felt like the Phillies got duped into bidding against themselves because they got duped prior by Bichette and his agent, which when you find out who Bichette's agent is, he's represented by Gary V's agency and Gary V's brother. No shit you got played because Gary V, guess where they're from, the Vaynerchuks? They're from New York. Of course he went to the Mets. He's probably buddies with fucking Steve Cohen. He was never coming here. We got played. And that's a bad look for Dave Dombrowski. And then you overpay for JT. The outfield is still wildly questionable. You have Brandon Marsh, Justin Crawford, potentially, Adolis Garcia. Nick Castellanos is still here. Harrison Bader has to get re-signed now. Like, you have to re-sign him. To have this outfield look anywhere remotely close to competent. You have to bring him back. I don't know what the Phillies do next, though. And you all know me. I am a Phillies believer, just like I am with the Eagles. Like, those are my two teams that I will always have faith in because of ownership. John Middleton, Jeffrey Lurie, I trust them. Am I saying I trust Dave Dombrowski right now? I don't know. But You look back at last offseason for the Phillies, we never saw the Jesus Luzardo trade coming. That was kind of out of thin air, and we never expected it. There have been surprise moves that this team has made over the Dombrowski tenure that fly under the radar, and maybe there's another one out there. Do they pivot to Cody Bellinger? Do they go and get another starter, like I mentioned on the last episode, go get Zach Gallen? I don't know. It's a weird spot for this team to be in, like a month out of spring training. They're a month away. And your lineup right now is looking like Trey Turner, Kyle Schwarber, Bryce Harper, Alec Boehm, Brandon Marsh, JT, Bryson Stott. It should be Trey, Schwarber, Harper, Adolis Garcia, Boehm, Marsh, Stott, Crawford, Trey, Schwarber, Harper, Garcia, Boehm, Marsh, JT, Stott, Crawford. The rotation's worse because Ranger Suarez is gone. Zach Wheeler's still a question mark right now. So I'm like, maybe go get another starter. That way when Wheeler is back, you can go Wheeler, Sanchez, Luzardo, Nola, blank. And then Painter, and then you have the six-man rotation like we were intending on having last year. They're in a weird spot right now. And this is the first time I've really felt like this during a Phillies offseason, during this era. They are in a really weird spot. And it's one of those things that, like, you can't just run it back. Like, the bullpen is obviously better in a lot of ways, but nothing else has really improved all that much. The outfield looks worse. The rotation is a little bit worse with some uncertainties. And just the overall lineup does not look good. Like, I don't know where they go. Is it Bellinger? Is it a trade for somebody? I don't even know who. It's not fun, I'll tell you that much. You know, when you're trying to get excited after the Eagles lose and, you know, you're starting to look at tickets because, you know, we got our season tickets hopefully popping into the system pretty soon. We've had them for a few years now, but you look at what the product on the field could be this year, and they're banking on Trey, Schwarber, and Harper staying healthy, which has not been the case, especially for Trey and Bryce over the past couple of years. One of those guys goes down, this lineup looks real bleak. Because on top of that, who do you have on this bench outside of Edmundo Sosa that you can, like, rely on? And as of right now, Nick Castellanos is on that bench. And then it's Marchand. Like, I'm over the Weston Wilson experiment. Otto Kemp, yeah, but I don't know. It's such a strange spot that this team is in right now, and they need to bring in another bat. Like, it has to happen, and it has to be an outfield bat. Harrison Bader's got to be back, and they need, like, an impact player, and I don't know where they're going to get it, quite frankly. They really got duped by Bo Bichette. They really, like, fucked around too long, and it cost them a lot. Not just losing Bo Bichette, but it cost them an inflated JT contract, and right now it's costing them roster construction. And I don't know where they go. Hopefully in the next couple of days we get a little semblance of what's to come. But right now I am like cautiously optimistic and also just like wondering, what is this team going to end up doing? Like, what are we going to do to make sure this team doesn't fizzle out again? I don't know. Let me know. Speakpipe.com/Underground Sports Philadelphia is the place to let me know. That is our always open voicemail line, where you can call the show, let me know how you are feeling about our teams and all that good stuff. It's speakpipe.com/Underground Sports Philadelphia. But yeah, JT is back. I did see a very funny TikTok that said one of the underrated aspects of JT Real Muto being back is that we are not done hearing Dan Baker introduce him with, now batting for the Phillies, number 10, catcher, JT Real Muto, which is an underrated aspect of JT being back, quite frankly. It is one of the best player introductions in all of sports. Dan Baker is an absolute treat, and I love him dearly. But yeah, Phillies yapping. Bichette, you're dead to me. I can't wait for you to have the worst season of your career while you're playing for that absolutely abysmal franchise. And you know what? We're going to drink to that. Our friends at Kenwood Beer are here to help. They're the official beer partner of Underground Sports Philadelphia. It's a refreshing light beer, just 4.1% ABV, 120 calories, just 8 grams of carbs. You guys can go to kenwoodbeer.com, use the Kenny Finder to see who's got Kenwood Beer on tap in the Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Maryland, Delaware, and New Jersey areas. You can also find Kenwood Beer at your local liquor stores, convenience stores, and grocery stores in those markets. Again, that's kenwoodbeer.com. Must be 21 or older to do so. And, of course, guys, please drink responsibly. We are going to live respond to a YouTube comment on Fridge Facts because someone said to my Fridge Fact today, that was an absolutely funny video. Oh, great info, great everything, except I could tell you were reading off a script from the fridge. Otherwise, dang, that was great, super clean. Yes, I was reading off of a script. I have that there to help me pace the video and keep things short and simple for the format these videos are in. Thanks for tuning in and hope you will continue to do so. Boom. Yeah, if you've been watching Fridge Facts on my personal YouTube channel, youtube.com/ I always get this wrong. youtube.com/@undergroundkb. It's very evident I'm reading the Fridge Facts off of a script. I script it all so I can keep it in a relatively manageable time frame, and I'm not losing my train of thought and bumbling on. Keep it in a short enough time frame, because YouTube doesn't let you post music on videos unless they are a minute or shorter. So I try to keep it there so I can get the music in, because the music helps the algorithm. But nonetheless, it's not always that easy, but I'm making it happen. Check out Fridge Facts every single day on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/@undergroundkb. Or KB Underground. Did I screw that up again? No. at undergroundkb. youtube.com/@undergroundkb. I'm posting a fun fact from the comfort of my fridge every single day on my personal socials, all 2026, to keep myself accountable to just do daily content. And it's been fun. Hopefully going to help grow my own personal YouTube channel as well. youtube.com/@undergroundkb. I'm at 40 subscribers. Help me get to 100. Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it locked and loaded. How you doing? But now that we are done answering to commenters, want to talk to you guys about our awesome pals over at Riverside. Guys, Riverside has been the biggest game changer we've had for this company in forever. It is our new recording system that we use for all of our shows. It is our new editing system that we use for all of our shows. And it helps us get clips out, segments. It helps us edit the show better. The sound quality of the show is far improved. And it has been just such a quality of life enhancement for this company, for all of our brands. We use it every single day, every single week. It's such an incredible tool. If you have a podcast, if you run a podcast network, or you're just, using it for webinars or video content, if you're a YouTuber, if you're a vlogger, whatever it may be, if you have Riverside, you are getting the best of the best. Make sure you're using Riverside. Use our link in the description to make the switch, get signed up, get your podcast looking and sounding as pristine as possible with our friends at Riverside. But make sure you use our link in the description so Riverside knows you're coming from us when you subscribe and get your Riverside journey started. And we thank Riverside for being a proud new partner of Underground Sports Philadelphia, and of course, the official editing and recording software of Underground Industries. Let's move to the Philadelphia Flyers. They're on a 6-game losing streak. That's not fun. And I got to tell you guys, I got to find somebody in like Flyers media-esque stuff. Flyers fandom is such a weird place. It is such a spectacle of just the theories and the what feels like fan fiction about the team and what the issues are. It's a fascinating thing, and I just don't know how your brains work. Flyers Twitter, please explain to me, like I'm 5, how your brains work to come to all of these conclusions about certain aspects of the team, about Rick Tocchet, about Danny Briere, about Keith Jones. Like, I don't understand. Like, any other team that we have had in this city, whether it be the Sixers, the Phillies in particular, who have gone through, like, rebuilds, it has not reached the level of, like, insanity that I have seen on social media from Flyers fans. I truly don't even know what to make of it. And if someone can explain, is this just a pure hockey thing that I'm just not privy to, or is this just a Flyers thing? Because it's like, I've been all aboard with this rebuild for the Flyers, and obviously they've had some success this year. They are obviously in their deepest skid of the season so far, and got absolutely embarrassed by the New York Rangers on Saturday. Got embarrassed by the Penguins, and then got embarrassed by the Sabres and the Lightning twice. Like, it's been a rough go for about a week, and it doesn't get any easier with the Golden Knights, the Mammoth, the Avalanche. Like, it's a rough stretch here for the Flyers, but like, they still are only 3 points behind the Penguins for third place in the division. And like, we have a Dan Vladar goalie injury, which is brutal. But like, I feel like so much of this is swirling around Michkov. And I don't know what to make of any of this stuff. Like, there's Flyers versus Spit and Chicklets beef. There's Rick Tocchet beef. There's my gasps are flabbered when it comes to the Flyers. It is it's like, what is going on with this team right now? And by going on with this team, like, yes, they are in a rough stretch, like a brutal stretch from where they were like a week and a half ago. But like, Flyers fans are fascinating to me. And that's the thing. Like, you have Taylor Swift fans and you have Swifties. You have Flyers fans and then you have Flyers fans. And Flyers fans are acting some sort of like conspiratorial way right now. And I need answers. So let me know in the comment section, like, the best Flyers personalities to bring on the show. Like, obviously Charlie O'Connor would be number one for me. But like, who do I need to have on this show to break it all down? Because, I'm watching games, but I'm not watching it for like the lore of Flyers social media drama. And like the Spit and Chicklets guys putting out information because it's evident that Ryan Whitney just doesn't like Philadelphia, which, like, whatever. But then you have Biz putting out stuff, and Biz is on TNT for like national hockey coverage, and it's like not tweets you would see from Biz typically. But then it's like people putting together that like Tocchet is feeding that info to Biz and Whit. It's a fascinating thing to me. Flyers Twitter is an arena of its own. It is crazy. But we'll see if the Flyers can get back on track. They need to, man. They are due. Will it come against Vegas? I don't know. They're a very good team. Will it come against Utah? Maybe. Will it come against the Avalanche? Probably not. But again, like, this is year 2 of the rebuild, and you would think, like, the way Flyers fans are freaking out right now, you would think that this is like the final year of like a Stanley Cup window being open. This is year 2 of a rebuild, and they're performing this way. Like, sure, does it suck that like they were playing well and it kind of affects the rebuild in a way? Sure, if you want to look at it that way. But I think the big takeaways is, like, you have a guy like Trevor Zegras on this team now, and he's going to be a focal point of the franchise for years and years and years to come. Michkov's not going anywhere. Travis Konechny is still going to be here. Like, they have such young core pieces, and I think one of the biggest, like, brutal blows to this team is Tyson Forster getting hurt. I would love to see where this team would be right now with Tyson Forster in the lineup versus some of the mercenary players that they've had to call up. I don't know. That's just me. But Flyers Twitter, man, what a crazy whirlwind that place is. We'll round things out here talking about the 76ers. They get swept in Cleveland, and one game was pretty embarrassing. One game was a very winnable game. They beat the Raptors on the back half of another game that they should have won. They lost that game by 1 in overtime to the Raptors. They've been on a weird slide. They beat the Wizards in that like must-win game that felt like they were getting back on track. But since the Nuggets game, you lose in overtime by 1, then you beat the Wizards, then you kind of BTA the Magic in convincing fashion last Friday. Lose by 1 in overtime to the Raptors. You beat the Raptors by 13 on Monday. Then you get absolutely embarrassed by Cleveland on Wednesday. You lose by 2 to Cleveland on Friday. They've been in a weird spot, and I don't know really what to make of this stretch here. Jared McCain got sent to the G League. I'm fine with that. And I'm not. You all know I'm a Jared McCain guy. I would rather him get consistent playing time because I don't know what they're doing with him. They're sixth place in the East right now. You have a game against the Pacers on Monday. Tuesday, you're home against the Suns. Thursday, you're home against the Rockets. Saturday, you're home against the Knicks. You have a 4-game homestand here against teams that you should have a good opportunity to beat. Pacers are the worst team, one of the worst teams in the NBA. The Suns, they're average 25-17. They're relatively close to what you are in the Sixers. The Rockets, they're a quality team, but I think you can be competitive with them. And then what was the other game? The Knicks, who you've beaten recently. And they're kind of in a free fall right now. They're 2-8 in their last 10. You can beat the Knicks, and you're at home. And then you also have games against the Hornets, the Bucks, the Kings, the Pelicans, the Clippers, and Warriors, and Lakers, and then the Suns again, and then the Trailblazers before you come back home to play the Knicks again. Very winnable schedule upcoming for the Sixers. And we're going to have Erin Grugan back on. Hopefully this coming week. I'm going to reach out to her to get her back on the show more consistently. We took off for the holidays, so everyone had a nice little break there. But going to get Erin back on to kind of just see where things sit in her mind as someone who's covering the team day in and day out. But, like, again, this is like a house money year for the Sixers because we didn't know what to expect with Paul George's injuries, with Embiid, obviously. VJ Edgecombe was obviously, like, the talent was there, but it was a question mark coming into the year. You didn't know how it was going to be when it comes to the NBA game. They're 22-18. They're 4 games over 500 through 40 games. We're almost at the halfway point. Their Monday night game here against the Pacers is the halfway point of the 82-game season. I think if you told people before the season started that the Sixers would be potentially 5 games over 500 at the halfway point, people would sign up for that. Genuinely. After what happened last year, I think an overwhelming majority of people would say, oh, we're 5 games over 500 at the halfway point? Yeah, where do I sign? I think you'd get a lot of those people preseason, and I don't think it's particularly close. So that's where I'm at with the Sixers. They're playing fine. Are there some games in there that they should have absolutely won? Yes. But they're 4 games over 500 at nearly the halfway point. I can't be mad. I can't be mad. And you know what else I can't be mad about is when I'm watching the Sixers and I'm taking a nice bite into my Doich snacking dough. Guys, Doich snacking dough, let me tell you. It's edible cookie dough that is here to change the game. It's damn tasty snacking dough with taste worth obsessing over and ingredients worth bragging about. No junk, no compromise, just pure satisfaction. Doich is more than just a snacking company. They're on a mission to spread kindness. With every purchase, they support incredible causes like Best Buddies, Help Cure HD, and more. Together, they're making the world a sweeter, healthier place. And it's packed with plant protein, low in sugar, and it's made with real stuff you can actually pronounce. Doich hits the sweet spot without holding you back. It's allergen friendly. It's perfect for every craving. And it's just delicious. It's 100% real fresh ingredients, zero artificial crap ever. Flash frozen to lock in the good stuff, and it's premium quality you can taste. It's edible cookie dough. We used to do that back in the day, but it was bad for us. Now you have the edible cookie dough ready to rock and roll. You can also bake it. It's absolutely delicious. Use our link in the description to check out Doich, or go to doichfoods.com/underground, and you'll get 20% off when you use our link and check out with our friends at Doich. So doichfoods.com/underground to get 20% off your next order of Doich snacking dough. Pop open some Doich while you're watching the Sixers and just feel relaxed like you're eating a sweet, delicious treat, because that's exactly what you're doing with our friends at Doich. That is all I've got for you guys on this one. couple housekeeping notes here from around the underground. Owen Libertor, our co-host of the Underground Circuit, has a new series coming to the Underground Circuit channel that I want to pull up the name of for everybody because it's a really cool series that he is starting called Creator's Kit, where he's going to be interviewing people from around the motorsport industry and talking about the tech behind everything, their planning process. It's going to be a really cool series. I'm very excited for it. Definitely go check that out. It's on the Underground Circuit YouTube channel, youtube.com/@Underground Circuit, just the way the podcast is spelled. It's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to it a lot. So definitely go check that out once it airs. We have a new series coming to the Underground Industries YouTube channel very soon that I'm excited about. That will be involving all of us here at the company. And then starting February 6th, we will have a live stream for the Winter Olympic opening ceremonies and then daily Olympics content from February 6th all the way through to closing ceremonies. Light the Flame is back, Season 2. Our second Olympics coverage, this time with the Winter Olympics. Very excited about it. I was talking to Casey a little bit, just getting our planning process going. Her and I are going to spearhead a lot of it. DJ's going to be involved. Christian's going to be involved. Patty Pitts, Owen. Most of the crew you're going to get with Light the Flame, but we're going to have daily Olympics coverage, which I'm super pumped about. Light the Flame. Go subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. And it'll be on the YouTube channel as well, youtube.com/Underground Sports Philadelphia, unless we upload it to the Light the Flame YouTube channel. Maybe we do both. Stay tuned. We'll let you know. So Light the Flame is back. New secret project on the Underground Industries account. New secret project that is going to be a new franchise here at Underground Industries coming next month that I really got to buckle down and record a couple of those because it'll be a banked series, but I can't wait to share that project with you all because I think it's going to be one of our most successful things right from the jump, and people are going to absolutely love it. So yeah, I can't wait to share that with you all. And we are ever so close to the Underground Sports Philadelphia anniversary, February 7th. We got a Saturday anniversary this year. Very excited. 8 years. Crazy. But a whole lot coming up, especially with our just regular scheduled content, all upcoming. So go check out all of our shows wherever you get your podcasts, and of course on our YouTube channel. Be sure to follow Underground Sports Philadelphia on the socials at Underground PHI across the board. We're on every social platform: Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Threads, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitch. We're on everything. Follow us. You can follow me on Twitter at KBIZZL311. Subscribe to the pod. Subscribe to the pod. Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts in audio form. Leave us a 5-star review. It really does help the show when you guys subscribe. We're 1 subscriber away on Spotify from a new milestone, so that would be awesome if we could hit that this week. Follow us wherever you get your podcasts. And subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel, youtube.com/@Underground Sports Philadelphia. Leave a like on the video. Drop a comment in the comment section. And smash that bell icon so you know whenever new videos go live. We are 59 subscribers away from our next 100 subscriber milestone. So please subscribe. youtube.com/@Underground Sports Philadelphia. And ladies and gentlemen, this show is proudly presented by the city of Vineland. And whether you're a company looking to expand, relocate, or you're a new business startup, selecting the right location is critical to your success. Vineland, New Jersey offers both an affordable business location and an excellent quality of life. The city's economic development department is a one-stop source for moving your project through the development and approval process. And their goal is to make this process as smooth as possible and to provide the fastest turnaround times in the region. If you're considering potential locations for your operation, contact the Vineland Economic Development Team at 856-794-4100. That's 856-794-4100. Vineland, New Jersey, where it's always growing season. And big thank you to Security 21 Security Systems and Paul J. Gillespie Incorporated for their continued support of this podcast. This has been episode number 813 of Underground Sports Philadelphia. I'm your boy KB. We'll see what the Phillies end up doing next. We'll see what happens throughout the NFL playoffs as the conference championship games go down next weekend. We'll see what the hell happens with the Flyers and the Sixers. And so much more. Whatever comes across the docket, we'll be talking about it. But until then, I'm getting the heck up out of here. Bow, 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 bow. And I'm signing off. Bow, 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 bow. Peace. The 49ers are cheeks.